Hello friends, welcome back to Heavenly Relaxations. It's me, your friendly neighborhood traveler, and I am so excited for today's video. You know, people always ask me, how do you travel so much? It must cost a fortune. And I always tell them the same thing, it doesn't have to. The world is this giant, beautiful, delicious smorgasbord, and there are so many places you can go, so many incredible things you can see and eat, that won't empty your savings account. I believe that travel at its core is about connection. Connecting with new people, new cultures, and new foods. And that connection, my friends, is priceless, but the journey to find it can be surprisingly affordable. So today, we're going on a little adventure together, a virtual tour of some of the most amazing, most vibrant, and most importantly, most budget-friendly summer destinations on the planet. I want to show you that you can have a summer vacation that is rich in experience, even if you're not rich in cash. We're talking about places where your money goes further, where the food is incredible and cheap, and where the memories you make will be worth more than any five-star hotel. These aren't just cheap destinations, they are world-class places that just happen to be kind to your wallet. Get ready to pack your imaginary bags because we're about to explore bustling markets, serene beaches, and ancient cities. I want this to be more than just a list. I want it to be an inspiration. A little nudge to show you that the dream of a summer getaway is absolutely within your reach. So grab a snack. You know I always have a snack. And let's dive into some of the best budget summer escapes the world has to offer. I promise you, you're going to want to book a flight by the end of this. Let's go! First up, let's talk about a place that is just an explosion of life, color, and flavor. Vietnam. Oh my goodness, the food! For just a couple of dollars, you can sit on a tiny plastic stool on a bustling street corner in Hanoi and have the best bowl of pho you've ever tasted in your life. It's not just a meal, it's an experience. You're surrounded by the sounds of the city, the smells of grilling meats and fresh herbs, and the smiles of the people who are so proud to share their culture with you. And it's not just the pho, it's the banh mi, the bun cha, the fresh spring rolls. I could do a whole video just on the street food. It's truly a paradise for anyone who loves to eat. But Vietnam is so much more than its incredible food. The landscapes are just breathtaking and so varied. You can be cruising through the emerald waters of Ha Long Bay, surrounded by these majestic limestone karsts jutting out of the water like ancient giants. It feels like you've stepped into another world. Then you can travel down to the serene, lantern-lit streets of Hoi An, a town so charming it feels like a dream. Or you can explore the terraced rice paddies of Sapa in the north. The accommodations are wonderfully affordable, from friendly hostels to charming guest houses, which means you can stay longer and immerse yourself even deeper in this beautiful, beautiful country. Alright, next we're hopping over to Europe, to a country that has stolen my heart time and time again. Portugal, what a gem! You get all the beauty and history of Western Europe, but at a fraction of the cost. The coastline is just spectacular. You can find these incredible sun-drenched beaches in the Algarve region, where the cliffs are golden and the water is crystal clear. And it's not just for the fancy resort crowd. There are so many little towns and hidden coves to explore. You can spend your day soaking up the sun, eating grilled sardines right on the beach, the freshest you'll ever have, and it costs next to nothing. The simple pleasures here are the best ones. And the cities. Lisbon is one of the most vibrant, charismatic cities in the world. You can ride the famous yellow tram 28 through its hilly cobblestone streets, listen to the soulful sounds of fado music drifting from a local tavern, and eat your weight in pastéis de nata. Those little custard tarts are dangerously delicious. And getting around is so easy and cheap. The public transportation is fantastic, so you can explore all the different neighborhoods without spending a fortune on taxis. From the colorful palaces of Sintra to the historic port wineries of Porto, Portugal offers this incredible mix of culture, history, and seaside relaxation that is just perfect for a summer trip on a budget. Now let's head to a country that feels like a constant celebration, Mexico. I love Mexico. The warmth of the sun is matched only by the warmth of its people. And when we talk about budget travel, Mexico is a superstar. You can find some of the most beautiful beaches in the world here without the hefty price tag of other Caribbean destinations. Think beyond the big resorts. Head to places like Puerto Escondido in Oaxaca or the laid-back island of Isla Holbox. You can find yourself in a hammock, swinging gently in the breeze, with a cold drink in your hand, and realize you've spent very little to get to your own personal paradise. But the magic of Mexico goes so much deeper than its beaches. The history here is awe-inspiring. You can walk through the ancient cities of the Mayans and Aztecs, like Chichen Itza or Teotihuacan, and feel the power of these incredible civilizations. And the food, oh, the food! I'm talking about real, authentic Mexican cuisine. The street tacos from a local vendor, the rich, complex mole from a family-run restaurant in Oaxaca, the fresh ceviche by the coast. Each region has its own specialty, its own story to tell through its flavors. It's a country that feeds your soul as much as it feeds your belly, and it does it all with a smile and an open heart. When you think of Greece, you might picture the famous white and blue domes of Santorini, and yes, it's beautiful, but it can also be very expensive. But here's a little secret. Greece has over 200 inhabited islands, and so many of them are just as stunning and way more affordable. I'm talking about islands like Naxos or Paros in the Cyclades, or even lesser-known gems in the Ionian Sea. These places offer that same quintessential Greek experience: the whitewashed villages, the crystal-clear turquoise water, the bougainvillea spilling over balconies, but without the crowds and the high prices. You can find a family-owned taverna and have a fantastic meal for just a few euros. The joy of Greece is in its simplicity. It's about renting a scooter for the day and discovering a secluded beach all to yourself. It's about sitting at a seaside cafe for hours, sipping an iced coffee and just, watching the world go by. It's about the food, the fresh Greek salads with the most amazing feta cheese, the souvlaki hot off the grill, the octopus hanging to dry in the sun. It's honest, delicious food made with love. By choosing the right islands, you can have that dream Greek holiday, hopping from one paradise to another, and create a summer adventure that feels luxurious even on a small budget. Let's journey to a place of incredible natural beauty and deep spirituality, Indonesia. Most people know Bali, and for good reason. It's a magical island. You can be in the lush, green rice terraces of Ubud, feeling a sense of peace and tranquility that is hard to find anywhere else. You can visit ancient temples, watch traditional dance performances, and take a yoga class overlooking the jungle. But the amazing thing about Bali is how accessible it all is. You can stay in a beautiful, family-run guest house known as a losmen for very little money and receive the most wonderful, welcoming hospitality. But Indonesia is a massive archipelago of over 17,000 islands, so the adventure doesn't have to stop in Bali. You can take a short boat trip to the Gili Islands for world-class snorkeling and a super laid-back vibe. No cars, just bicycles and horse-drawn carts. Or you can venture to Flores to see the incredible Komodo dragons and the tri-colored lakes of Kelimutu. The natural wonders are endless. From volcanic peaks to pristine coral reefs, Indonesia offers a level of adventure and natural beauty that is truly world-class, and you can experience it all while spending very little on lodging, food, and activities. It's an explorer's dream come true. Okay, for our next stop, we're heading to the heart of Central Europe, to a city that feels grand and historic but has a young, vibrant energy: Budapest, Hungary. They call it the Pearl of the Danube, and it truly is. The city is split by the river into two parts, Buda and Pest, and each side has its own unique character. You can wander through the historic Buda Castle district with its cobblestone streets and fairy tale-like Fisherman's Bastion, offering the most incredible views of the magnificent Parliament building across the river. It feels like you're walking through a history book, and just walking around is one of the best free activities you can do. But Budapest has a fun, quirky side too. It's famous for its thermal baths, like the Széchenyi baths, where you can soak in naturally hot, mineral-rich waters in these beautiful palatial surroundings. It's a quintessential Budapest experience, and it's so relaxing. And in the summer, the city comes alive with festivals, outdoor concerts, and the famous ruin bars, these eclectic artsy bars set up in abandoned buildings that are just so cool and unique. The food is hearty and delicious. Think goulash and chimney cakes, and incredibly cheap. Budapest gives you the feeling of a grand European capital without the grand European price tag. For our final destination, we're going somewhere truly magical, a place that delights all the senses: Morocco. From the moment you step into the bustling Jemaa El Fna Square in Marrakesh, you know you're somewhere special. It's a whirlwind of snake charmers, storytellers, food stalls, and the scent of spices in the air. Getting lost in the winding alleyways of the Medina is an adventure in itself. You'll stumble upon souks or markets filled with colorful leather goods, intricate lanterns, and beautiful carpets. Haggling for a souvenir is part of the fun, and you can find some incredible treasures for very little money. The experiences here are so unique and affordable. You can stay in a riad, a traditional Moroccan house with an interior courtyard, which offers a peaceful oasis from the city's hustle and bustle for a very reasonable price. And the adventure extends beyond the cities. You can take a trip into the Sahara Desert, ride a camel over the dunes as the sun sets, and spend the night in a Berber camp under a blanket of a million stars. It's a profound, almost spiritual experience. From the blue city of Chefchaouen to the coastal breezes of Essaouira, Morocco offers a rich, unforgettable journey that feels a world away, but is surprisingly accessible for the budget-conscious traveler. And there you have it, friends. 7 incredible, beautiful, delicious places where you can have the summer adventure of a lifetime without worrying about your bank account. From the street food stalls of Vietnam to the starry nights of the Sahara, the world is just waiting for you to come and explore. I really hope this has sparked something in you. A little bit of wanderlust, a little bit of excitement. I want you to look at your calendar and think, you know what, I can do this. Start small, pick a place, do a little research, and just see what's possible. The first step is always the hardest, but it's also the most exciting. Please remember, the greatest rewards of travel aren't measured in money. They're measured in the smiles you share with a stranger, the taste of a dish you've never tried before, and the beauty of a sunset in a place you've only dreamed of. Adventure is about curiosity. It's about being open. And it's about connection. That's the real treasure, and it's available to every single one of us, no matter our budget. So go out there, be a traveler, not a tourist. Be open, be kind, and most importantly, be hungry for new experiences. Thank you so much for coming on this little journey with me today, here on Heavenly Relaxations. I had so much fun sharing these places with you. Now I want to hear from you. What are your favorite budget-friendly summer destinations? Where have you been that blew you away without breaking the bank? Please share your stories and your recommendations in the comments below. Let's create a wonderful resource for our whole community of travelers. Until next time, my friends, stay curious and keep exploring. Bye-bye!